I'm live, but the question is if I'm live on Zepla HQ or not. I think so. I'm pretty sure I'm live, but let me double check over here. Yes, we're live right now. Yes, that's right. Oh my gosh. But I don't see your chat on my overlay thingy. Heck. Yeah, I don't see your chat. Oh, now it's joined. Okay, maybe it's late. Okay. Hey, okay, I starting to see all now. My chat overlay is like it's a little late to load. Hey, what's up? What time is it normally? Hello. It's so good to see y'all. So I'm here in London. How is FanFest going? Well, I'm going to tell you that in one sec. Can you hear me? Like, is the audio okay? Because we're on hotel Wi-Fi. It's 9 a.m. PST. Wow, so this is actually like a really good time for me to start the stream normally, isn't it? This is the time I wish I could start the streams. But I don't. The mix is peaking a bit. Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Oh, man, this mic must be very loud because I have it minus 16 decibels up here on OBS. Let me maybe try to tune it down a little bit. Is it just too loud? The audio? Okay, let me try to do this. All right, how's that? Is that better? It's better. All right, great. Hi, Mirandus. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. So, did you see the keynote? Have you seen the keynote? Have you just... Okay, so here's what happened. I have so much to tell you. So, I just got back from the keynote. Well, let me start before that. I did not sleep last night. So the jet lag for me has been horrendous. Like, I've done a lot of traveling in my life, but this is the worst jet lag I've ever experienced in my entire life. So, like, I got to London. I slept for 15 hours. And then last night, I didn't sleep at all. Like, at all. Not 1 minute of sleep. Like, zero sleep. Zero. Like, I literally laid awake the entire time until the sun came up. And so then I'm like, shit, it's already time to go. It's time to go to the convention, but what am I going to do? And so I went. Obviously, pure adrenaline carried me a long way. But sometime around the middle of the keynote, I started to get really, really, really tired. Like, it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I felt really bad. Like, I was watching the keynote, and this part where Yoshi P is talking about the Lalafell shadows on his face, and it's like a very tiny change that you have to pay very close attention to see what the change is. I'm standing there and I'm like, ugh. Like, it was so rough. It was so rough. So, hold on a second. Let me try to turn the mic down a little bit because I think, it's still too loud. Okay, how's that? Because if I'm going to be talking close to the mic, then it's going to be even louder. Yeah, I was standing there, and during the Lala Shadow thing... Okay, hold on one sec. I'm having an issue with the audio. It sounds good to you? Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Okay. You got a good night's sleep and you almost fell asleep during that part yourself. That was super boring. I don't know why they put that in the keynote. It definitely did not need to be in the keynote. Like, For real. Like, I'm glad they're sharing this stuff with us, but that's non-keynote information. I think that is like that's development panel information. That was weird. That was a bit strange. And when we were watching that part on the floor, everybody else is standing around. I saw people looking like, everybody these quizzical looks on their faces. Now, I don't know if you can see these ears. I went to the preach party, the crawlers party, last night, and I was gifted these ears. Well, I did not show up with bunny ears, but people gave me. Oh, I think they. It's very magical. Yeah. Yes. Isn't that cute? That was really sweet. That was really sweet of them to do that. But anyway, I want to talk about the actual keynote because I was losing it. There was only places to stand. There was standing room only for me because I got there about 9:30 and it was starting at 10. And look, I didn't get a media badge. Okay, apparently media badge people had a place to sit. Like, I think they had their own section. I didn't get a media badge, and I also was not invited to the Square Enix mixer. Like, there was an official mixer yesterday that a bunch of creators and streamers were invited to, and everyone was like, "Oh, weren't you there, Zepla? Weren't you there?" And everybody is shocked for when I tell them, "No, I was not there because I was not invited to this thing." Now, look. I don't expect to be invited to everything, okay? Like, I don't want to seem like, I don't need that to be the case every single time, but it is a bit weird, right? I thought it was a little weird. I've been blacklisted because I said mean things. I need to make some videos that's like, I love Epifix TV so much. Please don't forget that. Yeah, I'm in the doghouse, it seems. I don't know. I don't really think that. I think that probably I'm getting tossed between NA and EU teams because this has actually happened to me before where there's two separate marketing teams for Final Fantasy XIV. There's the NA team and there's the EU team. And they don't communicate well, like, at all. And so, because of my status of being like an American living in Europe for so long, and now I'm living in America, but I might go back to Europe, but I play on American server, but I might also play on EU server. Like, I've always straddled this line, and it's been so hard for them to figure out who's supposed to deal with Zepla, right? And so this has happened before, where the NA team thinks the EU team handled it, and then the EU team thinks the NA team handled it. But actually, no one is handling it. So that has happened before. That's my best guess. But anyway, did evidence they don't communicate well. Yeah, I think it's just a communication issue. But I wrote them. I was just like, hey, just let me know if there's any. Like, I didn't want to be forward and be like, hey, why didn't I get invited? I didn't want to be like that. That's rude. I was just like, hey guys, just touching base, and if there's any like people that I should be in touch with for any marketing stuff for Final Fantasy XIV, let me know because I'm really dedicated to Final Fantasy XIV. So if anything comes up, I'm here. Just want to throw my hat in the ring for anything that might come up anytime because I love Final Fantasy XIV. I am playing it, streaming it quite a lot. So I didn't mention anything else. Just let me know if you know about me because I like you and I want the feeling to be mutual, okay? But anyway, yeah. How is London? So I have literally been so tired that it has been hard to see London. Like, I feel like I haven't seen much of London at all. I went to a pub last night And I'm not a big drinker, really, so I didn't drink that much. But I did the pub stuff last night. That was really nice. But literally, my first day in London, I slept for 15 hours during the day. And then I went to Preach's party. So I actually have no idea about London at all. Okay. I have fallen asleep, woken up, gone to the Preach party, gone back to the hotel, been wide awake, gone to FanFest. I came back. Oh, right. So here's the next thing that happened. So I watched the keynote, which we're going to talk about in one sec. Watch the keynote. I was falling asleep on my feet. Like, there's people trying to say hi to me at the show floor. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, people probably thought I was on drugs because I was honestly so tired. I'm like, they're like, where are you going? What are you up to? And I'm like, I'm just like wandering around right now. Like there's some tree logs that I think I could sleep on over there in Gridania. No cap. Like, I was walking around the convention center, looking at the different places people can sit and thinking, that's a good sleeping spot. That's a good sleeping spot. There's actually quite a few. So if you need to sleep at FanFest, you can. I took some pictures, but pictures don't really do it justice. I don't know if y'all can see. No, you cannot see this. This is horrible. I can't do my old trick, like at my apartment, because there's a ring light that I have clipped onto the laptop, so this is not going to work this time. I'll just have to post pictures on Insta. But yeah, I decided to leave, take a 2-hour nap, and I feel so much better. That was really smart. And I woke up and I wanted to touch base with y'all and talk about the keynote. Oh my god! I'm so excited. Okay, so, Viper. Oh my god. Okay, this is it. This is the new thing. Now, I want to play this, but if it's too loud, we can adjust. Okay, because I don't know anything about this audio setup, and it might be loud. I'm gonna attempt to play this in a way that does not blast eardrums. So we're gonna start on the smallest volume. This is it. Extended teaser trailer is out. This is it. Now that I'm awake, I can watch this properly and be alert. Oh yes. Oh yes. You can't hear it at all. Oh yeah. You I don't see it picking up on OBS. I don't see it picking up. I think I know why. Oh, there we go. Okay, how's that? Okay, how's that? Is it okay? Are we good? Okay. Should it be louder? Or is it too loud?
Ah, blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
Sword. Okay, here we go.
I dare say our destination will soon be in
So
sight.
I was watching this and thinking,
Enjoying yourself for a change?
oh my god. Oh my god, Aaronville Funny Boy expansion. Yes! The whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, when's the new thing though? But when's the new thing coming? We've seen all that before. But what's the new? This zone they talked about at the keynote looks amazing with the waterfalls that we're seeing here. I'm really excited for the zone. They showed, I think you showed a screen.
There's no cause for panic.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes.
One might make for a worthy opponent.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Man, that's so card anymore. You can just use it for fun. First bath we have since Oh, here we go, the moment of truth, right? This is it. Here we go. But actually, it's not this one. It's the next time they cut back. Yeah, at this point, everyone was like, oh, like the audience was so mad. Oh yeah, this is true. Not 10. No naked people. No naked, thank
Wait, do you have a moment to speak further?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Here we fucking go. Extra sword. Yes. I remember, I'm like, is that another sword? He actually put on another sword. Oh my god, I don't want to scream another life. But that's so sick. It's a twin blade. It's a fucking twin blade. This is amazing. I thought, yes, not only is a twin blade that fuses together, like it's two swords.
You call the new world.
Holy shit, that's so cool. I'm so excited. Such an amazing concept. I thought he was gonna pull out a gun, but he didn't. I really thought, everybody thought he was gonna pull out a gun. But he, oh no. Two swords. So, I'm thinking like, this makes perfect sense then. Why he said, it's awesome. I love it. Conceptually, you made the new job again. I might main both of the new jobs, depending on how the caster is.
At last, we have come to the land you call the new world. My home.
The job looks really good.
What else?
Okay, so, based on this, right? I'm thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It all makes sense now, because the name of the job is Viper. Actually, let me pull this shit up. It's Viper, and I'm thinking, well, reptile with swords. But Yoshi P said something really weird. I made some notes on my phone while I was watching. Yoshi P was like, I wrote down the weird thing he said. He said, other than the hint, he said, oh, this is the only new job I can tell you about today. I can't tell you about the other new job. Other than the hint, I dropped back in Vegas. And this has screwed me up so bad, because I'm like, what do you mean? The hint, you dropped back in Vegas, as in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're telling me that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was not only a hint for Viper, or maybe not a hint for Viper, but a hint for the caster job instead. What other hint did he give us about the caster in Vegas? None. That was it. It was just the shirt. He didn't give us any other clue. So, if it's not about Viper and it's about the caster, is my theory correct? Is my most Pepe Guy theory imaginable that turtles are green and therefore green mage? There's no way, man. Ratcaster confirmed. Yeah, maybe. What even is a green mage? Well, in the past, it's been a Vieira only job, which, you know, that I wouldn't be upset with that. I would be happy about that. I feel like not everyone would love that as much as me. But yeah, hold on. They did announce a new limited job for 7.0, and I am surprised by that because well, they wouldn't tell us what the limited job is. They listened to the audience and were like, "Oh, you think it's Puppet Master? Oh, you think it's Beast Master?" But they didn't confirm either one of those. It might be something totally different. I just I worry about the implementation. I feel like it has potential, but I don't want it to be. I want it to be something that is fun to do, and that has a lot of replayability. Who knows what they're gonna do with it? Yeah. That's correct. So just to be clear, the limited job is not for 7.0. It's for later in 7.x. So basically, they're gonna give us a limited job at the end of Dawn Trail, so that way we have something to do, mess around with, waiting for the new expansion. So that's good. But they did say that they are not, like, they didn't officially announce yet any large scale zone like Baja. Now, I don't know if they were planning on that, if that is something that they would actually announce at FanFest, because I think with Baja that we got in Shadowbringers, and I don't know what's going on with my lighting here. Like, I'm flashing lights. With Baja that we got back in Shadowbringers, they did not announce that at FanFest. We got the announcement about that like during the expansion, like at a live letter. So, but the only thing we've heard about it is from Yoshi P saying in JP interviews after the last FanFest that we were getting it. Now, maybe there's been more that came out about it today, since I have left the keynote and taken a little nappy nap. But if you find out any extra stuff that he said confirming or denying that, because I'm sure everybody's going to ask him the same question about it, really. Yeah, so they did already confirm about Ultimates. There's going to be 2 Ultimates in Dawn Trail. So that's already confirmed. So we don't have to worry about that. They did say that they are not going to be doing Island Sanctuary again, but they're doing a different kind of lifestyle content, large lifestyle content. Now, I feel I have mixed feelings about this. Actually, I'm going to try to find this slide where they mentioned it. If you can give me one sec here. Oh my gosh. Streaming with one monitor is hard. Okay. Like, it was a little hard. Didn't they say both new jobs are going to be their own fresh idea and not from any other Final Fantasy? Maybe. I thought that they did say something like that. I don't know if they said that both new jobs would be their own fresh thing, but I feel like you're right. I'm glad. With the direction of Viper, like, Viper looks amazing! I really want to play it. I might continue my current streak of always maining one of the new jobs that comes from the expansion. I do this every single time. Every time I do it. And every time I say I'm not going to do it again, but I do it again anyway. Every single time. They didn't say anything about the second job. Yeah, that's at Tokyo. So Tokyo Fan Fest is in January, and that is when we're going to find out what the next job is, what the caster is. I just think it's Green Mage. I do. Wait. What if Green Mage is a limited job? Oh, shit. What if Green Mage is the limited job? And whoever we meet in the main story who had the, legs, if you've played it, when we meet legs, what if they are actually a green mage, but it's not going to be the job. It's a limited job. That could happen. Oh my god. Yeah. I love Yoshida's cosplay at the event. I loved how he got on stage and he's like, well, you know, I'm 50 and I'm a little old to be doing cosplay. I don't know, I'm just so old for this now. And then literally 5 minutes later, he's like, like before he got off stage, he was fucking like spinning it, spinning the sword, the swim blade. So, yeah, he looked like he was doing really well. It looked like he did actually sleep. But whenever all the devs stood on stage, and one of the devs was like, hey, I'm really jet lagged. I'm going to try not to fall asleep here. I felt that in my soul. Like, I've never felt such an instant bond with another human being stranger. The poor guy, like, he was definitely suffering as much as me in that moment. Because I also had to stand for the entire keynote, which normally would be fine, but I think just being so tired on top of that, it was hard. I did sit down a little bit during the Law of Hell Shadows speech. Okay, so I wanted to pull up some of these pictures to show y'all. Yeah, his can you see that? Yes, you can. You can see his cosplay looking so good. Do you know if the cosplayer designed his thing this time? Do you know if that was Cheza, the cosplayer? I know that she made the Gunbreaker outfit. I don't know if she's the same person who made this one this time. This is the art, or like the box art thing for Dawn Trail. Looks amazing. Is this the city, or is this the place? I think this is actually, no, this is the place where you're going to be fighting the guy. So, oh, that's the Valley Garmanda boss. Yeah. I'll always remember this boss name because for whatever reason, my brain makes me say it like that every time. Valley Garmanda. I can't, I don't know why. I just do not know why I've done this. But I bet, you know what? I bet our trial mounts this time, I think we're going to get birds again. Yeah. It's not going to be the same type of bird. I think they might give us a new type of bird. And we'll have bird mount. I hope so. I wouldn't mind getting another set of bird mounts for this trial series. I don't discount the shadows. I just wish it'd move faster. Yeah, I'm happy for the shadows news. It's great. Okay. But they spent so much time on that and it was so needless. And because everybody at a certain point, everyone's looking around like, tell us more about Viper, which I will. This is it. Yes. Oh my god. So for me, this is a dream come true because I'm a rogue enjoyer. Okay. I've always played rogue in World of Warcraft. That's my OG job. And wow, that's the job I started raiding as a beginner gamer, as a baby. And this is closer to my rogue fantasy than ninja, because ninja's cool and all, but it's just a little bit, it's just not exactly the vibe. Like I prefer more of the rogue vibe, and this is way more of that. It's like this adventurous spirit, free, fast paced, like blade dancer type character. Oh man, it's so sick. I always, whenever I'm doing D&D, I always play a character with like a twin blade or a double-edged, like a pole arm or something like that. I just think it's a really awesome weapon. And the fact that it's not just a twin blade, but it's a weapon that you can take apart and then and then put it back. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool. But I feel like a lot of people were thinking the same thing when he's like, okay, here's a new job, and there's gonna be a super power up phase. You're gonna have a button that you can press every now and then that's gonna give you a huge DPS increase. And everybody is thinking, let me guess, is it on a 2-minute cooldown? It's gonna be on a 2-minute cooldown, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Viper reminds me of Outlaw Rogue from WoW. That's my love, man. I love Rogue, and yeah, it reminds me of that too. I've heard I think a lot of the WoW people are really happy because I've heard other people say that it reminded them of Fury Warrior. It's something that I think the game really needed, like just this fast-paced alternative to Ninja that feels like quick, like that Blade Dancer type. Like, I hope that we can actually have poisons on our weapons as a Viper. There's no way that we're gonna call this job a Viper and there's not gonna be poisons involved, right? Come on, we gotta have that. That's part of it. That's part of the fantasy. For me, this type of character, I'm gonna be very disappointed if there's not a poisons. I don't know if it'll be dots because they seem to not like dots. They seem to have been removing a lot of dots lately. But I've heard a lot of people suggest it could be dots. One reason it seems like they've moved away from dots is because they seem to think that it's hard to keep them up. But Yoshi P did say something very weird and unexpected about this job. He said that it was going to be, I don't think I wrote it down, technically demanding, technically challenging, or technically demanding. He said something like that. And I'm like, what? Really? Okay. All right. Okay. My other thing with Viper is I really hope that the power-up phase feels different than Reaper's, because Reaper, I love. Like, I mained Reaper for a lot of Endwalker, and I love the power-up phase of Reaper because, well, you get the special energy, and you're suddenly attacking much faster, and it just feels like, you know, your job on crack. It's awesome. But Reaper already does that. So, whatever Viper's going to be doing in its power-up phase needs to feel unique. It needs to feel distinct from that. And so I can't wait to get my hands on the job. Probably not at the media tour because they might not invite me to the media tour. But it sure will be nice to see the job when it releases in summer of next year. Literally, like right now, I have zero hope and zero faith that they are inviting me to the media tour. Like, I think I'm not going to get into it. I was too mean. To me. Why? I mean, it could happen. It could happen. But I feel like it's a little bit of a copium right now. Why would you be invited to media tour? Well, because I wasn't invited to any of the media stuff for FanFest, so that's why I think I'm off the radar for whatever reason. Hope it wasn't. Yeah, I did. I was too toxic. I never said the game was dead. Maybe they'll be like, well, we saw a video where someone else said that they watched someone else who had watched your video, who had watched someone else who had watched your video, and that person who had watched all those other people who had watched your video, but they didn't watch it. Well, they said that you said the game was down, and that was fucking rude. Yes, we heard on the street that, but anyway, I'm really excited for the job no matter what. Oof. I made a naughty list. Quickly release good videos of FX. I will do that. I'm gonna be doing that immediately. Don't worry. Actually, I mean, I could definitely make videos about my hype for Viper. Maybe if I express and show them how much I really want to fucking play Viper. Maybe they'll take pity on me. God, I just, it's so cool. So they said about it, this could be, oh, it's Ul'dah starting zone. I can't zoom in here. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Ul'dah starting zone, concept is here. Oh, there's a job teaser video. We should watch that. Yeah! We should watch that. Close range fighting style passed down by Turali hunters uses two one-handed blades that can be combined into a single two-handed weapon. As such, the Viper alternates between pressuring enemies with swift strikes by their twin blades and dealing mighty blows with their joined weapon. Oh, I bet the power-up stage is whenever you have the weapon joined, right? Probably. We're going to check that right now. By calling on the memories of ancient hunters contained within their soul crystal, the Viper can imbue their body with additional power for a brief time. Probably every 2 minutes. Okay, here's the video. Yes. I'm so excited about this job. Like, honestly. It's so hype. Can you hear it? Is it too quiet? Oh yeah. Okay, so here's that two swords. I like the fighting stance too. It looks like relaxed but ready. It's great. No, you have the sword joined before you've gone into power up. So you're using it back and forth all the time. Okay, so you have the sword joined before you go into power up, and you're using it back and forth all the time. Yeah, you couldn't hear me, sorry. It looks awesome. Yeah, sorry, I'm not used to this audio setup. It's a little bit jank, so I'm surprised y'all could. I wanted to hear the music a little bit though. I wanted to hear the music. It's a beautiful area, too. I love that attack. This attack right here, it reminds me of my favorite thing to do in Elden Ring. Because Elden Ring, I play a warrior with two big ass swords. And I love to do the jump attack that's like, and that's what he does. So that's basically like my Elden Ring character. It's great. It's really, really exciting. Wow. And yeah, you can see Yoshi P was having the time of his life playing around with this thing. He was honestly having, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Earlier I said, like, when he started, he's like, oh, I'm too old to cosplay. Okay. Starts spinning. It was great. He clearly had a great time. Also, they talked a little bit about the story we can expect. And they said some things that definitely made me go, what? But in a good way. Because they said, the more we learn about Tural, the less we understand. Another thing that they seem to, like, methodically disprove was this idea that the community seems to have picked up that it's only like, beach vacation episode. There was like a million times during the keynote where Koji and Yoshi P were like, you think this is going to be all beach vacation? Well, you're wrong. Like talking about the different dungeons. Like, for example, they showed us the The boss, the Eliminator, which looks really cool. The Eliminator. And Koji was like, oh, does it seem like a beach vacation now? Does it, oh, this seems all chill now? Does it still seem like you're just gonna go there and relax? Like, they clearly, they seem to have gotten kind of annoyed with this rumor that people were spreading. Also this, yeah, it looks like Alligans. Alligans. The meme will live on forever. It definitely looks like Alligan stuff, but then again, Yoshi P said, this is unlike anything we've been to before. He says, unlike anything we've seen before. Which makes me think, maybe it's not the Alligans. Maybe it's actually aliens. Yeah, the Mako reactor. Yoshi was like, oh, you think this is a beach vacation? Oh, what do you think this is then, huh? Oh, you think this is a cooling chamber? It's like a to cool off in from the heat. They got kind of sassy about it. It's like, no. So, the dungeon. Here's some of the pictures from the new dungeon they showed. This I have mixed feelings about, right? Because on the one hand, I'm glad that, you know, it's like fun and cool to be on a boat, and that's fun to traverse the dungeon on. However, the issue with this is that it really can restrict how quickly you can go through the dungeon, because this boat is going to go at a set pace, and I don't know how long you're going to be on the boat, but you can't go ahead. Like, it forces the dungeon to take a certain amount of time, because the monsters will spawn on your boat. Like, this actually happened already in a Shadowbringers dungeon, where you're not on a, you're on a type of boat, I'll put it that way. And this allows them to just have the mobs spawn at certain set intervals, and I don't like that. I prefer a dungeon where I can just go, you know, wall to wall, gather as many as I want to, and not be fed by, you know, one pack at a time in a situation where I'm totally walled off and unable to pull more, right? So that's my concern for that. Look at this screenshot. Oh my god. Wow. He said this looks like art. This is a dungeon screenshot. It looks like artwork. It looks like concept art. It's not. This is literally a screenshot from the dungeon in the game without any reshade, without any of that shit on it. It's just default screenshot from the video game. Can you believe that? Like, I think this is one of the best looking screenshots we've seen. It's beautiful. So cool. And it's gonna, like, I cannot wait to explore these places that they built from the ground up with the graphic update in mind, with like better lighting, better shadows in mind. It's gonna be great to explore that stuff. This I couldn't see very well when I was at the convention center, because it's lots of tiny details, and so I wanted to see up close what the hell this is, because at first it looked like coral, but now it looks kind of like cables. Like, maybe it's not. And they also said, what's that weird purple stuff coming out the ground? Well, it can't be good. I don't know. It looks maybe gelatinous. I don't know. It looks like, at first I thought coral, but then I thought, well, what if it's some kind of like biological cables or some shit? Like, I don't know. There's another screenshot from the same one. Yeah. Do you think it's coral? What do you think that is? Oh, you think it's worms? Gross. No, gross. Gross. This is some type of an ancient ruin that we'll be able to traverse. There's only so much we can guess about these things. Biological tech would be really cool. Artwork only for this last one. Gotta say, it reminded me of Katana Rabble a little bit. But it's not. It is inspired by a different culture altogether. But I just couldn't help but be reminded a little bit, which would be okay. If we can get glam in it, that's as good as what's in Katana. Oh, here was another picture of one of the weird, that weird. I know I showed you this one already. Yeah, okay, I showed you this 2 seconds ago, so it's fine. What else did they mention that's like really popping out to me right now? Because oh my god, this is so. What did you think about this? Hey, please tell me what you thought about this. Before and after. Do you how do you feel about that? You love it. It is a minor change. It's a less minor change than the Lalafell Shadows incident. It's very subtle. Ooh. Let me move this over here. I definitely think this is a lot better because it looks more like regular horns would look. Like they shouldn't be so shiny. Like they're made out of wax. But I gotta admit, for me, maybe it's just because I don't play Aura, but the horns don't connect to the head. Like, I guess I never looked at it that hard before, but it's weird that we're going to work so hard to make them look realistic when it seems like it doesn't connect to that. Does it not connect to the head at all? Or does it? Because I don't think I've ever looked at it that hard in my life. They float. Okay. If you look on FXV Reddit, there's a side-to-side comparison, and it's a really stark difference. Yeah, this is. Looking at it now, going back and forth, you can see that it is, yeah. It does look like that, especially since the hair just goes through. They connect. Okay, Arcane Coalition says that they do collect. They do connect. Because I was wondering about that. I need to look in-game and check again. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just hard for me to see. It does. Sarek says it does. They merge into an arrow part and connect to the head. Okay. Got it. That's good. This Lalafell Shadows thing. I'm not. Okay, I'll show you just for 1 second. Original. Okay. And they were like, look really closely right here. All right, here we go. They changed it. All right. Okay, but then they changed it again. Yeah. You need the you need binoculars. If you look really very closely, you will see what they're talking about. But let me tell you, Yoshi P talked about this change between this and this for like so long. And I was standing there, like I hadn't slept the night before. I am just, I was falling asleep during this speech about this. I see what he's talking about, but damn, I don't know if that's like keynote news exactly. Also, of course, this is wonderful. Doesn't really apply to me because I never use eyeglasses in the game. But it's great news for scholars. Like, scholars rejoice. Nerdy characters rejoice. What else here? Oh yeah, they announced the Fall Guys thing is coming next week. It's October 31st as part of 6.51. So really soon. Yes, it's here. Fall Guys collab is October 31st. So that's in 10 days. Yeah. They showed the video for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the link. But there's also this glam, which people lost their mind when they saw this glam, actually. Like, the crowd went wild seeing this. It's super cute. I really like the pants, especially the gradient pants and hoodies, of course. Does it end? Yeah. So what he said was it's not gonna be forever, but basically the way they're gonna do it is they will host it for a while, then it will go away, and then it will come back later. So it won't be up all the time, but it will be periodically returning, which kind of sucks. Like, I wish they would just leave it in the damn game. Like, why do they need to do that? I don't know. I don't know why they need to do that. Just leave it in the gold saucer. What? Why not? Maybe it's something to do with their contract. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how that. Maybe collab rules are different. There is a really good other collab, though. I don't know if you've seen the other collab. Oh yeah, that's right. FF16 collab that we all knew was coming. We're all waiting for it. That trailer video is out too. We are gonna get the yes, Torgal, baby, look how cute. Yes, the mount and the minion Torgor are gonna be in Final Fantasy 14. I'm so happy for this. This is wonderful news, Papa. Yes, Yashby said, yeah, I've talked to the producer of FF16 and he's given us permission to put this in FF14. Oh, here's the collab trailer. Actually, I can play it. Let's do that. Yeah, I got it. I found it. Yes. Will you get the tattoo? Probably not. Maybe. Is it loud? I hope this is really hard. The music, of course, yeah. Probably going to be able to get that orchestra rolling again. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, whenever we saw this play at the venue, people lost their minds at right this part. Where you can see him holding this shield, and like this was really hype. Seeing what new stuff you can do there. That's gonna be awesome. I hope that, well, I guess that will probably be a thing that stays, sort of like Monster Hunter World, but they didn't confirm or deny that yet. They didn't say how long that's gonna last. But yeah. Also, they showed us the art. It's the artwork for Dawn Trail. Yes. There it is. And they said it's FF3 inspired. I really gotta like rack my brain. What is that a dragon down there? What is this up here? I see a pterodactyl, I think. This looks like Omega, but maybe I'm wrong. It's some kind of dragon. Who knows? Some serpent-like thing. Amano doing god tier work as usual. Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. Looks like a robot thing. But they said that there's gonna be major lore reveals in Dawn Trail, like big stuff. So there was a lot of different ways that they tried to, I guess, reassure the player base that no, one, it's not going to be just a beach expansion. It's not just a beach vacation shit. Okay, first of all. Second, there's going to be actual, meaningful, important lore reveals that we'll discover through this expansion. And to me, what I think is really exciting about their direction is how much they seem to emphasize, at least this time, they really seem to emphasize the direction being a journey of discovery, meaning mystery, right? Because I felt like Endwalker, one of my biggest critiques of Endwalker was that there wasn't enough mystery in it. I felt like it had been a little too predictable a lot of the time. And so if they're going to try to focus on letting us enjoy the feeling of discovering something new, and that's going to be the main focus for the expansion, thematically, then I think that that's a really, really good starting point for making the story interesting and engaging long term. They said there's a very, very, very big secret. Actually, it's one of the zones. There's a very, very big secret in that they cannot show us. They cannot even show us the zone. But Yoshi P said, I'm going to try to find the picture. But Yoshi P said, the more you listen to us today, maybe the more hints and things you will get about it. Now, I wasn't able to watch the panel that happened after the keynote because I had to come back to the hotel and take a nap. So I did not sleep. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Secret. He said, whatever's here is super, super secret. Big deal. Yeah. You don't believe? We already saved the world from despair and found the secret of calamities. What secret does Eorzea hold now? Well, it might be aliens. Have you thought about that? It could be the aliens, because what we've already discovered that there's life on the other worlds, and we don't know how much of that has already come back to Eorzea. We don't know how much of that has been seeded from afar, and that, yeah, I think maybe some Genova shit could be in store. That's my theory. I think it's gonna be aliens stuff. Yeah, alien things, because yeah, maybe we're done with the Eorzea specific stuff, but there's a massive universe out there that we don't know shit about. So they're hiding Walter White's RV. Oh my god. This zone is Shalani, and basically it's desert, but they are building the railroad there because they have found the ceruleum. So basically it's like Texas or something. Here's the other pic. Yeah, reminds me a little bit of Olda. Also, what do you think about this allied? They've announced another beast tribe, the Moblins. They've announced a Moblins beast tribe. And they're a lot like goblins, but they're a little bit different because their armor is a little different, and instead of being good at crafting, they're really good at gathering. So they're totally different. They're brand new one. No, it's not goblins, okay? They didn't just copy paste goblins. It's moblins. Okay, they're gonna be very different. Look, it's okay. I will forgive them for that. Because we will have... They actually do this every time, I think. I think that every time there's an allied race that just reuses old assets from another race that we have. Like, Kakiran Beast Tribe in Shadowbringers. We also, don't forget, we've had a Beast Tribe that was literally just Lalafels with hats. Okay? So don't act like this is new. They can't make a brand new model for every fucking Beast Tribe. Okay. It's fine. Moblins is from FF11. There you go. See? Exactly. And this is a big FF11. Oh yeah, forgot to mention the Alliance raid. Alliance Raid, Echoes of Vanadiel is, I don't know, like, I think it could be really good. I've never played FF11 myself, but what I've heard about it is that it's incredibly hardcore, like, ridiculously hardcore game. And I wonder how that's going to translate into the easiest content that our game has. Alliance Raid. Like, how are we going to bring the spirit of FF11 into the Alliance Raid content? That's really my question. Maybe they'll make it really fucking hard. Would that be so hilarious if they're like, oh, okay. All right, so you thought the Alliance Raids were too easy. Okay. Okay, no problem. We heard you loud and clear. So for Dawn Trail, we are going to have FF11 style Alliance Raid. And you can expect to spend days, really, fighting a boss. You might need to take turns. You might go in shifts with the group, because if you try to sit for one entire session of fighting the boss, you can actually die because of a lack of food and water and sleep. Yeah. Keynotes, bosses in FF11 are Shadow Lord, the Primal Avatars, Lady Lilith, Eldnark, and Kamlano. So these might make an appearance in the Alliance Raids. Absolutely they will. Absolutely will. Yeah. We have seen isn't Absolute Virtue from FF11? Isn't it from FF11 too? I used to watch my cousin play FF11 and laughed at him for playing a cat girl. 10 years later, I play Mikado. That's the thing. I always say the people that are mocking the cat girls the most are the people that want to play cat girl the most. It's just like people who mock anime the most are the people that if they try watching anime, they're going to be the most obsessed with anime. Like, this is a truth of life. This is one of these real realities and truths of this world. I wonder if there's anything else I want to touch on here. I just wanted to do like kind of a brief. Oh yeah, this zone. Oh my god, some of these zones look so good. This is probably my favorite so far. Kazumaoka. It looks so amazing. Here's a screenshot. Look at these screenshot. Look at this screenshot. Oh my god. Wow. I am in love. I cannot wait to explore this place. Honestly, like I really feel like they put so much extra effort and love into making the world itself beautiful, like to make you want to go out into it and explore. But I wish just give me more stuff to do in it. You can fish. You can do fishing. Fishing is the open world content. Really, I'm realizing, and I met several people at FanFest who are fishing, and fishing does check all the boxes of things that people complain about wanting to have, like open world content, getting out in the world, exploring the different, bodies of water and lakes and rivers and whatever, having a content that doesn't respect your time at all and makes you sit there for like weeks, months, maybe it'll take you years to do some of this shit. The gamba element is their RNG. That's exciting. Is all there. So they put a lot of that shit that people say they want in fishing. So I feel like fishing, maybe it's something worth trying. It's the real end game. Fisher is the class to do if you want the classic MMO 1% drop trance grindy gameplay. It's completely correct what you've just said. You're completely right. But you can also do it at your own pace. So that's a nice thing, too. Seeing the close-up the character, the armor is very detailed. Oh, the armor. I don't know where to find that. So I only slept for 2 hours. It gave me a little boost, and I definitely feel a lot better than I did before I slept. But I'm like, it's still not firing on all cylinders here, I'm afraid. But so far, look, all I can think about right now is Viper. Now, they didn't really, like, besides Viper and seeing the new zones, they didn't reveal as much as I expected them to, actually, at this FanFest. I expected them to show us screenshots or more artwork of the, like, job gear. No, they showed us these pictures where you can kind of see some concept art in the background, but we haven't actually seen... Oh, no, we did see one. Yeah, we did see this one. I can open this. They showed us these, which... Yeah. This dancer one. It's all just concept art, but I really like it. Really like the direction. I wanted to see kind of beyond concept art, that's what I was saying. But I think a lot of the white mage players are going to be happier with this, because big complaint from last time was that the white mage armor was really like a wedding dress and not to everybody's tastes. Dancer one I love. I appreciate that they said, Yoshbi said, in designing these, they didn't want to go with like, oh, let's just reflect the vibe of the zones. No, let's instead go the straightforward path and give people the job armor that they want, that like reflects their job identity. And I think that's absolutely the right call, because in World of Warcraft, in Shadowlands, I remember the devs tried to make class armor that was reflecting the zone that people were questing in at the time, and that was kind of very controversial decision. Like, people want their class, you want your iconic class armor, okay, that like represents your job, because it's the only one that you're gonna get for the whole expansion. So this is the love you get that's specific to your job, especially now that we don't have the job specific quests. We have role quests. I feel like it's really important to have this in the game, so I'm glad that they're keeping along on this direction with it. But I love the dancer one. I love the white mage one. And actually Dark Knight was pretty sick. I don't... Dark Knight is not usually my aesthetic, and Monk isn't usually my aesthetic. But in spite of that, I think they're great. At least what we're seeing in the concept art. Yeah. It's cool. It's good. I like WoW making new themes still class-based. Yeah, WoW, they actually did take the player feedback about that, and they started making, like, try to blend do a little column A, a little column B, right? They try to make, okay, well, let's reflect the zone, but also put the class, more iconic class elements in it. So that's a way to do it. But I mean, I feel like at a certain point you kind of need to do that whenever the game has been running for so freaking long that you want to freshen it up a little bit. I don't know if we're at that point yet with job gear, because a lot of these jobs are newer. So maybe some of the older jobs is becoming more of a challenge for them. I'm not sure. But here's the other, this is the crafting gear, which is amazing for G-pose and stuff. That's nice. That is beautiful. I don't know which classes these are for. This is clearly leather worker. Other two I'm not as sure about. But yeah, they did say, I wanted to mention this before about the Island Sanctuary. So they're not going to be, they're going to be good. Let me rephrase. They're going to be doing like minor updates to Island Sanctuary, but what they said for the expansive new lifestyle content, it's not Island Sanctuary. It's something totally different. They wanted to show us this time, but they wanted to put it off until Tokyo, because they said that what they have right now is not ready to show. They wanted more time to work on it, and they're very sorry. It's totally understandable. I would rather them work on it and get it right before, releasing something they're not ready to. So I think that's a good call. But Yoshipi said with Island Sanctuary, that was more solo, And what they want to do with this is make it more group content, make it more a thing you can do with lots of people. And I'm so happy to hear that. So that's really good news. That's amazing news. This could be great. Could. But are we going to get this instead of a zone like Basha, like a large scale zone like Basha, or in addition to that? I don't know yet. I don't know that yet. We also, because honestly, for Island Sanctuary, that was one of my biggest complaints, was that there's really no reason to go to anyone else's island, and so it became rather isolating. My island, I've memed about it feeling like my garrison from World of Warcraft, because the island, I thought when they first released it, like we would be trading stuff, like trading items, like I'll craft an item and maybe we'll trade, and maybe that would be a thing that we could do together. Maybe I'd catch a pet and then I could bring it to your island, or you could trade me with calories or some shit like that. I thought we would have, but we didn't. So it made it feel a little lonely, and that's been one of my big critiques of Endwalker in general. But it looks like they've listened to that, they've taken that feedback into account, as they always do, and so I'm feeling tentatively pretty good, tentatively optimistic about whatever the new lifestyle content. I'm also really glad they're not abandoning the idea of lifestyle content, because I think it's great. I think it's something that we could all have a lot of fun doing, but I hope they take bigger risks with it this time. Honestly. Yeah. I do. Yeah, Island Sanctuary right now is pretty good because we just got a huge update. And so right now I actually have a lot to do in my Island Sanctuary for now. They put a pretty massive grind in it there's a Mandragora mount that's like flowers and stuff. That's a pain in the butt to get. So I'm going to be pretty busy with mine for a while. But I still fear the day when I run out of stuff to do in it again. And then I'm like, crap, back to kind of forgetting about it forever. I don't want that to happen. Okay, should be able to play this stuff in perpetuity forever, right? Find some way to make it replayable forever, right? But I think that's about it. We mentioned the new limited job coming. They didn't say what it was. And yeah, that's pretty much, overall, I'm surprised they didn't announce more major things. We got, of course, the new job is a major thing. I was really expecting them to announce female Hrothgar at this. I really was, but they didn't. So I think maybe they're saving that for Tokyo Copium. Maybe. No new exploratory content. We don't know for sure. Right now, they haven't mentioned it at FanFest. Yoshi has only mentioned it in post FanFest interviews. So I'm going to be, and I would suggest you also stay tuned to the Yoshi interviews that are going to be coming out after this FanFest, because everybody in the world is going to ask Yoshi the same question. Are we getting Basha? Okay. Everybody's going to ask him that same thing, and he's got to... He has to confirm or deny in the next few days or week. Like, we will know the truth soon, whether or not he's going to seriously do it or not. Because right now I don't feel super confident in saying, yes, we're totally getting it. I think it's a good possibility, but we are not sure. They're absolutely saving Hrothgirl for JP. Yeah, I think that they are. Zep, can you confirm Preach's tweet about chat bubbles? I have not talked to Mike since that. Like I said, I watched the keynote. I'm really jet lagged, so I came back to the hotel to take a nap. I'm about to head back over there, but I'll talk to Mike and I'll ask him and see if I can confirm if what he's discovered. Yeah, I understand Preach is spreading rumors about chat bubbles, but honestly, for me, I'm so excited for Viper. I'm so fucking excited about Viper that I don't even care that they didn't announce Hrothgirl. Like, yeah, I expected them to announce more like super major things, but I'm so happy that it's Viper and not Corsair. Like, I'm sorry for the people that wanted a weapon, like a sword and a gun, but I did not want that. Okay, I've always wanted there to be a job more like Rogue. because that's my baby. That's the job class I came from in World of Warcraft. I was a huge WoW player before I came to Palms 14, and I tend to gravitate to that type of class, like the Blade Master. I loved Combat Rogue and Outlaw Rogue, and so this reminds me of that, and I'm so happy. I really hope they invite me to the media tour. I really hope they invite me so I can play early. Please. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah. So Zep, it seems the rumor is true then. The woman's voice we heard in the first trailer. Oh my god, you're right! Yes! Oh my god, you're right. It's probably the female Hrothgar we are hoping for. Oh, but wait. Wait a second. I remember something. Okay. Maybe some of you were around to remember this too. Do you remember in Stormblood, in Ivalice, we saw Fran. We saw the Viera, Fran, in game before they confirmed Viera as a playable race. But as soon as we saw Fran in the game, we knew we're totally gonna get Viera. Like we knew then, because I mean, it just seemed to make a lot of sense at the time. So maybe the Legs character, I'm just gonna call them Legs. Maybe Legs is the female Hrothgar. And wait, when is the next main story quest patch? Isn't it just in a couple of weeks? Isn't it like very soon? Because I know they split it up into 2 parts. But maybe Legs is a female Hrothgar, do you think? You think it wasn't furry enough? It wasn't furry. Do you think that they would... No, January. Shit! What? That's so long! How... I guess we're gonna be doing Fall Guys from now until then. It's... Yeah, okay, maybe you're right. We need the, we need people to find the Legs and enhance the footage, okay? Do a full investigation and just check to see, was there any fur at all on these legs? Were they prickly in any way? Speaking of prickly, I met Zeems. Now, he was very fucking busy at the show, at the venue. He was running around. He was like streaming it. I don't know how he was streaming it because I couldn't get a connection there worth a damn. So I don't know how the hell he managed to stream in there. But I found him, and I did get a chance to feel his bald head. I was with Arthurs, and Arthurs was like, "Hey, I'm recording." And I'm like, "What are you recording?" I'm just saying hi to Zeems. And Arthur's like, "Is there anything you want to do right now, Zepla?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then Zeems was just like, the realization of what is about to transpire. And so I'm like, now I wanted to do just a quick touch, okay? Just to check the texture, and that's it, okay? Do a quick touch, check it. And it is pricky, just like Arthur said it was. It was exactly like I had imagined. But he was like, "No, go ahead, try it. We're back here, try it." And he's like, "Oh no, like all around here." And I'm like, "No, that's too much. No, too much." And I discovered something new, that it's like shark skin, where if you go one way, it's smooth, but the other way, it's rough, right? That was surprising. But yeah, I just thought I should report back to y'all. Know that was really important intel for you to get. Yes. I told him that, and he's like, "Okay." I did tell him that. He's like, "Okay, I'm leaving now." And he left right after that. I wonder why. But anyway, that was really fun. I hope we'll get a chance to meet up later. But it's just everybody's been so busy. He was really been swarming with people too. Me, listen, I was completely like incognito for most of my time at the keynote and before the keynote, like getting in position, because I went in totally by myself. Okay, I was gonna meet people there, but I was completely by myself, just like moving through the crowds. I'm very short, I'm very small, so like people did not realize it was me most of the time until like they'll turn around and be like, oh, it's like that meme with Dwight and what's that girl from the Office, where he looks around, he's like, oh. I was doing that to literally everybody. I was in stealth mode. I'm practicing for my scouting job in Dontra. Angela, yes, I was being Angela for scaring the shit out of everyone. Yes, I was stealthing through. And so I want to go back. It's 6:30. Oh my god, I looked at my, this is not a watch. This is not a watch. I don't know why I did that. This is a bracelet to get into the event. Yeah. It's 6:30. So, yeah. I'm going to go back. I want to get in a little time before. I think there's a piano concert. I will stream again tomorrow to give y'all another update about how everything's going. But I wanted to touch base with you immediately and let you know. Oh my god, I wanted to hear what you thought about Viper and stuff. So exciting. Viper, what a dream come true. I'm super, super happy about it. So, house security, pretty strict. So far, I don't know what the hell they were doing at NA, but EU seems to have their shit together, really. Like, the venue seems, at least from my perspective, and I don't know what it's like for people in ADA. I know that was a huge issue for NA, but from what I've seen, it's been very orderly. It's been good security. They've checked everyone's bags. It's been like breathable. I feel like it's easy to get from one section to another. It seems like EU has their shit together a lot better than what I've heard from NI. Yeah, it's a lot better, I think. So that's great. Okay, well, I'm going to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and if you want, I'll be in the Discord. We have a channel in there for EU meetups, so if you happen to be here in London, maybe, like, I haven't organized any official meetup because I've just been so tired. Like, it's hard to plan. But I know that other buns, like, we're all meeting up with each other, too, and maybe you'll spot me, and I'll, like, let people know where I'm at if there's time. So we're going to play it by ear, more or less. And I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks for coming and stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye.